Well, I think that doing things together, and especially praying together and finding out each other's weak points and strong points.
I think marriage is respect and trust in your spouse that causes your relationship to grow deeper and your love becomes stronger.
Can you share a time when choosing humility or putting the other person first strengthened your marriage?
One of the first things I thought of was the simple things that you do in life, that you do for one another, simply by opening a car door, doing things around the house, even though you don't like to do it. I think that's how you can grow and love one another and respect.
I think you have to have humility to give in to that person, to listen to that person and not become so judgmental of he or, of him.
What have you learned about working through disagreements while still honoring and loving each other in those moments where those disagreements are happening? How are you able to work through that while still loving and honoring each other?
I think that's one of the hardest parts, is trying to convince her that she's wrong. That I am very seldom wrong. No, seriously. You have to listen to one another and not necessarily agree with them, but discuss it and eventually agree on something, but don't be disagreeable in doing that.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
So he's right.
All right.
He always says he's
Chalk
right.
that one up.
I think by doing that, you develop a deeper love and more faith in that person. And you don't always disagree. Even though you know you're right, you don't disagree with that person. You just listen and take time to listen.
If you could go back in time to the younger Bob and Alice and tell that person to yourself one thing that would help you for as you're navigating through this that you've learned over the years, what would that one piece of advice to your younger self, what would that be?
I think as far as I'm concerned, it'd be maybe listening and communicating a little bit better, talking. I'm not a long-winded person. I don't talk a lot.
He used not to talk a lot. Now he talks a lot.
How does that make you feel?
That's fine with me. Piece of advice I'd give to myself to be more humbling and patient and not worry so much as I have through my life.
How has following Jesus together helped shape your marriage?
The more we seemed to get involved, we were involved in the youth program, and the more time we spent with them, I feel like that we got more out of it than they did. And that just brought us closer together, everything that we did for the church.
I think having Jesus as the center of our life, we have grown through our faith and our love, and it has just made us stronger.
In what ways has your spouse helped you become more like Jesus?
Well, I think the best way is there are times when you don't feel like doing something. Maybe at one time, younger, I didn't feel like going to church. Why, she would convince me that that's the ideal thing to do. And so I just feel that that brought me closer to God and praying with her about it.
I wrote along, I'd like to read this. I said, Bob has strengthened me through his lifestyle. He demonstrates the fruits of the Spirit, which is such a strength to me. He has always told me to trust in God and not to worry about anything, but pray about everything, and don't forget to thank Him. What a blessing He is to me and all those who know Him. No matter if you've been married a day or 60, almost 65 years like Bob and I, you will have your ups and downs. And it's just a work in progress every day.
At what point have you felt like you've got it all figured out?
I still don't. That's one part of the ongoing construction.
Yes.
I don't think you ever get it figured out until you're up there in heaven.
I think it's a continuous process, just like I said. It's one day at a time.